name's Casey. Coming to you guys with another video talking about NBA The Run. I made a video previously speaking on the trailer that came out. The very first trailer for NBA The Run, and the reception was a little different and whatnot. But now, we got like a lot of info when it comes to like articles and everything, and I put something together just to talk about it. I'll give my final initial thoughts at the end. We're gonna go from there, okay? I'm gonna start off with this, you know what I'm saying? I want to take a moment to talk about NBA The Run, not from a hype angle, not from a compliment angle, but from a realistic one. There's been a lot of conversations around this game, and I think some of the context is getting lost along the way. Keep that in mind when I tell you guys that. There is a lot of discrepancies going on, but we're going to talk about that soon. I'm going to go ahead and jump to the next part. We're going to talk about team size and passion. This is going to be within Play-by-Play Studios. One thing that's important to understand is that NBA The Run isn't being built by a massive studio. Not at all. Not built by the massive studio. This isn't a thousands of employee situation. It's a focused team working initially on a very specific kind of game. You know, this game is catered to people who grew up playing NBA Street, NFL Street, and love those arcade-like games, NBA Jam, just to name a few. When you look at projects like this, especially ones that prioritize creativity and feel, it usually means people are wearing multiple hats and making deliberate choices about where time and energy go. Makes a lot of sense. Highly important. Let's continue here. That's not a weakness. That's part of how passion projects get made. And beyond all of that are real people. Not just job titles or studio names, but individuals putting their time and care into something they believe in. This doesn't cancel out criticism or feedback. Those things still matter, but it does mean perspective matters too. So yeah, keep that stuff in mind too, man. You know, multiple hats being worn within the company. They're making different choices and stuff to make this passion project, like, you know, something that they love true dearly to themselves and towards the fans. Let's talk about the legacy behind the game. What really separates the project from most is who's behind it. This isn't some studio chasing nostalgia from the outside. The team, including developers behind NBA Street and other legendary EA Sports Big and EA Sports Arcade titles, or regular sports titles. Games that set the standard for fast, flashy, and unforgivable sports gameplay. These are the people who helped shape the style and energy a lot of us grew up on. So when we say this game is a spiritual successor, that's not marketing talk, it's lived experience. That is a quote from one of the articles. I will leave that down in the description for you guys. They have been very transparent about their vision. Let's go talk about game vision style. NBA The Run is not trying to be a simulation. It's not trying to compete with 2K on realism. The goal is fast, expressive, arcade basketball style, built around flow, creativity, and social play. Think quick 3v3 games, legendary outdoor courts, highlight moments, and gameplay that prioritize fun over perfection. Which is pretty cool, which is good. That's what we need. A lot of arcade sports games don't really give off that feel like back in the day. That's why you see stylized animation, street legends mixed with NBA players, and modes like knockout tournaments. Every design decision points towards replayability and energy, not hyper realism. Let's talk about the community impact. And there's something that needs to be said clearly. The devs are listening. The devs are listening to everything that we're being said, that we pass information on, from the Twitter to the Discord to the Instagrams to the TikToks, whatever they have, whatever social platform that they have, they're listening, especially on Discord. The community said what mattered to them, and now some of those ideas are part of the game. That's a real impact, and it didn't just happen by chance. That's what happens when a team is playing and team is paying attention every single day. Perspective, context. Now, does that mean every concern disappears overnight? Nah, and it shouldn't. Feedback is important. Criticism is part of the process, but so is context. When you understand the team size, the creative direction, and the fact that this is a new foundation, not a remake, it changes how you view the timeline. What we're watching right now isn't a finished product. It's a foundation being laid. And honestly, it's rare to see a game where community ideas are actively being considered and implemented while development is still going on. That's worth recognizing. So there's quite a bit of things that's in the game that people seen in the trailer, from visuals, still images, and everything from NBA to Run, that I would like to mention that I mentioned, I think it was me and a few other people in the Discord mentioned that like it would be nice if we can get a remake of Uptown New York. The Uptown, when you play on the court where people be hooping up in New York on the rooftops. It would be nice to see a remake. That's in the game. Certain courts, you know what I'm saying, from overseas and stuff, Himalayas, Brazil and all the other stuff. Some of those courts are from folks that's in the Discord that mentioned that. So, the devs are listening. The devs are definitely listening. I got another passage for you here. Wanted to be clear. I'm not a dev. I'm not a community manager. I am neither or. Just putting that out there. I'm just a gamer, like everyone else, who wants to see NBA The Run become something special over time. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And for that to happen, we all have to have a role to play, which is true. Give constructive feedback or constructive criticism. Support the vision when it makes sense. Spread the word if you believe in what's being built. It might sound simple, even cliche, but this is how strong games and strong communities are built. Brick by brick. We're early. Let the game grow. Run family for life. Alright, so since that's over, let's go ahead and cover some of the basics here and stuff. So now, the articles that I got most of my information from was Ballislife, Game Informer, and PlayStation Blog. I will make sure I will drop the links to those respectable sources so you can take a look at it for yourselves and check it out. Now, let's go ahead and let's talk about the team size, passion, the passion, the legacy, and who's behind the game. Okay, look. the passion is there, right? And I've seen tons of people like myself. I'm like super excited for the game, looking forward to this game. I'm telling you, like, it's this game and another game that I can't wait to come out, because those are the games I'm going to really dedicate a lot of time to, because I'm just like really stoked for them. And I have to say, man, the reception is kind of mixed amongst, a lot of people. We're in a generation right now, in the 2020s, right, as we speak, right, is that a lot of people are hating. I won't say a lot, but most people are hating on the game for the very wrong reasons. Prime example, folks is literally joking on the devs and shooting down the game because how the game looks, and it's an alpha footage. I mean, literally, when they first dropped their very, very first trailer of The Run Got Next, this was just straight Street Legends, man. Just different new characters, had the same formula and vibe that like the old Street games was, but it's gonna be with a different twist. Now, when they have showed that they got approached, maybe like a year or so later, where the NBA came up to them and said, yo, can you guys make a game, with NBA players in it? And they took everything from NBA to Run. I'm sorry, for The Run Got Next turned into NBA to Run within 6 to 7 months, or almost a year. And which is pretty impressive for a small team like that, So it's just like a lot of people are like going crazy on it, making videos that's like really not necessary, in the aspect of like being highly negative. If you have concerns, you have wish lists or stuff that you may want to see, and the things that could lead to the game's success, you can definitely let the devs know. But talking crazy and talking literally out your ass is just not going to help you, and the devs are not going to pay attention. So I'm just saying, like, the passion is there behind PBP, Play-by-Play Studios. I call them Play-by-Play Studios big, just because just adding the big part is just like a nostalgia front for me, because it's just like we got EA Sports big, but in indie form, which is pretty cool. The studio really does cares about like making something that's really fun and amazing, and the creativity is there, man. Like, they're gonna go all out on the creativity, which is crazy, right? And I think they got free reign of who they can go about using within the NBA, which is pretty cool, I think, but don't quote me on that. Man, we got legacy people on this team, guys. We have OGs that helped created all the NBA streets, all the NFL streets, all the Mattins, all the NBA lives. You got people from making God of War, all types of games, These are OGs, man. OGs. And I believe some of these people that made different games were somehow involved with a lot of EA Sports big games and regular EA Sports games beforehand, right? So they have tons of accolades under their belt. They know what they're doing. They know what we want. They know what they want. And I strongly believe that this game is literally in the correct hands. We just gotta have faith and be patient. They know the pressure is on them tough, and they want the pressure. So we just waiting for more information to come out, and so we can get excited, and hopefully the playtest gets released soon, and so people can play. But the devs really care, man. We got tons of legacy people behind there. It is a spiritual successor to NBA Street. This game is just trying to be this game is literally I want to say trying to be. This game is actually a graduation from NBA Street to something different. So, which is wonderful to see. Wonderful to see, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, so I really do. I really truly do want to see what comes of this game. I really do. I just want to play it so bad. The vision and style of the game, the graphics of the game is fine. See, this is the problem with most players in the gaming space. You guys care about too much realism. If you want to play simulation, you need to go play 2K. NBA 2K is where you need to be at. If you want that realism stuff, this is not the place for that. This is stylized. This is arcade. Y'all forget NBA Street stylized. NFL Street stylized. It has some type of style to it with a little bit of grit. You know, nobody wants to play real life simulation basketball. We want to play stuff that's not realistic. You know, there's some realistic things that happens when playing basketball, especially street hoops, but over the top bizarre things, man, that's what we're here for. You know, that's what arcadey basketball games or other sports games bring. And we miss that type of genre, and we're glad that genre is making its way back. These devs are doing a phenomenal job. The style is really good. Like I said, if you want realism, you need to go play 2K or, you know, go play Madden, you know, stuff like that. But this game is really for the people who's been there since day one to play the very first NBA Street, and for the people who definitely is here now that is optimistic and wants to give something a try that's new. So that's just what this game is, who this is for, you know. The community impact and the perspective as well. Man, the community is going so strong. I comment all the time during the Discord. Like, you know, I speak a lot within the Discord. There's a lot of people that's on YouTube that got a little bit more push and pull when it comes to their audience, and they're talking about the game. But mainly, a lot of stuff that's just is mainly happening within the Discord. So it's pretty cool and good to see a lot of people interact and talk. Showing how much passion that they have for the game and how much they want to see the game succeed. So this is something that, you know, that's highly amazing that you know, NBA to Run community is doing very well and strong, and we're all open arms and welcoming to anyone. All that. And the perspective too, you know, a lot of things doesn't disappear overnight, as I said before, but if you want to get feedback, make sure you get constructive criticism of feedback. Do not say anything outlandish or very disrespectful, because number one, you're not going to get hurt. Number two, you're going to get banned and blocked on the Discord or whatever social media of PvP. So it's just like, you know, just come in there with common sense and just tell them, you know, what you would like to see, and then eventually it may get added. You never know. But I'm just saying, like, this stuff here is amazing to see. These guys are doing crazy stuff, man, and I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be getting more information soon. I don't know when, but I know it's soon. They said it inside the Discord. But I thank you guys for staying here, listening, talk, you know, listen to me talk and talk about the game itself and what I expect from this game and everything. I really just want this game to succeed. This game is the only thing I really have to say, especially, and I'm gonna tag the devs so they'll know. I really can't stress this enough, but I know the devs heard me when I say this, but I'm gonna have to say it again on video. This is an Unreal Engine 5 game. This game has to be perfect out the box. Even this beta has to be damn near, decent to run. It's optimized to hell. Like, it's really good, because Unreal Engine 5 has been nothing but a pain for a lot of people to enjoy their games, especially on PC, PlayStation, Xbox. It's really important. So hopefully, the devs is working on it diligently as much as they can. It's out of the time out of their day. But other than that, like I said, thank you for listening to this whole entire video. But definitely put the links in here so you guys can check out from the articles and stuff. I will put the Discord in there of NBA to Run so you guys can join in and just tell me how you feel. What you're looking forward to the game. What would you like to see? Just tell me, like, anything that's on your mind about NBA The Run. But thank you for being here, and I will catch you guys later on the next one. Peace.